KWA Alibaba recap, the weight of the crown script. Cold open, hype music sting. Ehe, my people. Senabanani, Sobobona, Malwini, whatever language you rap, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, and if you know what time it is. It's recap time, baby. Okay, before we even start, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button right now because we do this every single day, no skipped episodes, no lazy recaps, we go scene by scene. And if you're part of the family already, drop Msawawa gang in the comments so I know who's riding with me today. Now listen. Today's episode of Kwababa? Oh, today's episode. I had to pause, breathe, walk around my kitchen, come back, and then keep watching. Because things are shifting in that Makai's Motong world, my friends. The masks are coming off. And by the end of this episode, one was literally pointing at my TV like it could hear me. So grab your tea, grab your snacks, get comfortable, because we are unpacking everything that happened at Kwababa today. Let's get into it. Scene 1, the Makai's homestead, early morning. So we open, as we usually do, at the Makai's homestead, and honestly the vibe from minute 1 is already tense. You can just feel it through the screen. There's no small talk this morning, no jokes at the breakfast table. It's quiet. Too quiet. We find Zwelakhe up before everyone else, standing outside just staring at nothing, and if you've been watching this show as long as I have, you know that when Zwelakhe goes quiet like that, it's never a good sign. Boy has a lot on his shoulders right now. He's supposed to be stepping fully into his role as Inkosana, he's trying to build a future with Bahumi, and on top of all of that, this whole unresolved traditional obligation from his father's side keeps popping up like a bad smell that won't go away. His mother comes outside to join him, and this conversation, phew. She doesn't beat around the bush. She tells him straight, the ancestors don't wait for convenience. Whatever needs to be settled from his father's generation, it has to be settled now, before he can properly carry the name forward. And Zwelakhe, you can see it on his face, he's torn. Because everything in him wants to just live his life with Bahumi, but tradition is basically tapping him on the shoulder going not so fast. I'm not gonna lie, I felt for him in this scene. Because it's giving the sins of the father energy, you know. He didn't create this mess, but he's the one who has to clean it up. Scene 2, the Motong household. Cut to the Motongs, and my people, this is where the tea starts brewing. Bahumi is getting ready for her day, humming a little, clearly trying to hold on to some kind of normal life despite everything going on around her. But her sister pulls her aside and, okay, I need you to brace yourselves, drops. Eighth bomb. She tells Bahumi that she overheard a conversation the night before, something about an old arrangement involving Zwelakhe's family that was made years ago, long before Bahumi even came into the picture. And apparently, this arrangement involves another woman. A woman we've heard whispered about before but never actually seen on screen. Bahumi's face in this moment? Devastated. Confused. Trying to convince herself it's nothing. Zwelakhe would have told me, she says. And her sister just gives her that look, that Sisi, wake up look, because we all know how these traditional arrangements go in this world. Nobody tells anybody anything until it's already exploding in their face. Can you believe this? Like, we are literally not even 10 minutes into the episode and I already had my hand on my chest. Scene 3, Zwelakhe's office. Okay, now we shift to Zwelakhe at work, trying to focus on business. He's got investors to deal with, a deal that could seriously grow the family's business standing, and he's clearly using work as a distraction from the family drama. But then, and I love how this show does its pacing, his cousin barges in. No knock, no warning, straight in like he owns the place. And he's the one who finally says out loud what's been hinted at for weeks, that there's a woman from their late father's past who is about to resurface, and it's connected to a promise that was made, a promise that could seriously mess up everything Zwelakhe has been building with Bahumi. Zwelakhe's reaction. Anger. Real anger. He tells his cousin to stop talking in riddles and just say what he means. And his cousin, this is the part that got me, says something like some debts don't disappear just because you ignore them, cousin. They wait. And this one has waited long enough. Honestly, this cousin character is getting on my nerves a little bit because he always seems to know things before everyone else, and he never just says it straight the first time. He loves to dangle information like bait. But okay, I'll allow it, it is good television. Scene 4, the ritual site ancestral space. Now here's where the episode really turns up the emotional volume. We move to a ritual gathering. The family has called for a small ceremony to try to get clarity from the ancestors about this whole unresolved obligation. The atmosphere here is so heavy. The lighting, the drumming in the background, the elders speaking in hushed, serious tones, the show did an amazing job making this feel sacred and tense at the same time. Zwelakhe kneels, and one of the elders begins speaking about how the family's peace has been unsettled because something, or someone, was left behind unfinished by his father. And then, my people, the uncle. That uncle. The one who's been stirring pots since episode 1. He interrupts. Again. And this time he doesn't hold back, he straight up accuses Zwelakhe's mother of hiding the truth all these years to protect her own position in the family. The whole ceremony erupts into chaos. Voices raised, people trying to calm things down, Zwelakhe standing there just absolutely stunned because now it's not just a rumor anymore, it's being said out loud, in front of the ancestors, in front of everyone. I was not expecting the uncle to go there. Like, in the middle of a sacred ceremony. The audacity. But also, this is exactly why we watch, right? The drama does not miss. Scene 5, Bahumi confronts Zwelakhe. Evening now, and Bahumi can't hold it in anymore. She goes straight to Zwelakhe and asks him directly, is there another woman connected to his family's past that's about to come between them? And this is a really well-acted scene, Njempela. Zwelakhe doesn't lie to her, but he also doesn't have the full truth himself yet, so he's stuck in this uncomfortable middle ground of I don't know everything, but something is happening. Bahumi doesn't take that well, understandably. She tells him that in this family, she's tired of being the last to know things that concern her own future. There's a moment where she almost walks away completely, like, bag on shoulder, hand on the door, and my heart genuinely dropped. But Zwelakhe grabs her hand and basically begs her to give him time to sort out the truth before she makes any decisions. She agrees, but you can tell that trust took a hit today. A real hit. Scene 6, the mystery woman arrives. And then. My people. Then. Just when you think the episode is winding down emotionally, the show throws in the scene we've all been waiting for. A car pulls up outside the Mackay's homestead. A woman steps out, composed, elegant, clearly not from Sawawa, clearly someone who knows exactly what she's walking into. She's met at the gate by Zwelakhe's mother, and the look on his mother's face says it all. She knows exactly who this woman is. And the woman just says, calmly, almost too calmly, that she's come to finally claim what was promised to her son. Her son. Did y'all catch that? Not what was promised to me, what was promised to my son. Meaning there could be another child out there connected to the Mackay's bloodline that none of us knew about. I actually gasped out loud in my room, I'm not even exaggerating for the camera right now. Scene 7, closing scene cliffhanger. The episode closes with Zwelakhe's mother staring at this woman, frozen, while inside the house we can hear Zwelakhe and Bahumi's voices, completely unaware of what, or who, just arrived outside their gate. And that's where they cut it. Screen goes black. Theme music hits. I actually yelled at my screen. Like, out loud. No, not like this, not now. Because we all know once that woman steps through that gate, everything changes. Bahumi's whole relationship, Zwelakhe's claim to Inkosana, the family's reputation in the community, all of it is about to be tested. Host commentary wrap up. Okay, so let's talk about it, because I have thoughts. First of all, the uncle needs to sit down somewhere. I'm sorry, but he thrives on chaos and I don't trust him one bit. I think he already knew about this woman and this son long before today, and he's just been waiting for the perfect dramatic moment to blow everything up. That's just my theory, but you know me, I don't just throw theories out for nothing. Second, Bahumi. My heart genuinely breaks for her because she is trying so hard to hold on to something stable in a family that keeps handing her secret after secret. If this mystery woman really does have a son with ties to Zwelakhe's father, that puts Bahumi in an even more complicated position, especially with the Inkosana role on the line. And third, that mother. Zwelakhe's mother has clearly been carrying this secret for years. The way she froze at that gate. That wasn't shock. That was recognition. She knew this day was coming. Predictions for next episode. Alright, prediction time. You know I have to give you my theories before we wrap up. I think tomorrow's episode opens with that woman walking straight into the homestead, and I think she's going to drop the identity of the son in the first few minutes. No slow build-up, because the show already gave us a big cliffhanger today, so they're going to want to capitalize on that momentum immediately. I also think Bahumi finds out the truth not from Zwelakhe, but from someone else in the family, maybe even that meddling uncle, which is going to cause even more damage to her trust in Zwelakhe, because once again, she'll be hearing it secondhand. And honestly, I would not be shocked if the son turns out to be older than we think, like, old enough to have his own claim to the family legacy, which would put him in direct competition with Zwelakhe for the Inkosana position. If that's the direction they're going, my people, we are in for war. OUTRO. Okay, that's it for today's Kwababa recap, my people. Honestly, one of the most intense episodes we've had in a minute, and I am already counting down the hours until tomorrow's episode drops. If you enjoyed this recap, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment telling me your own predictions, because I want to see if any of you called this mystery woman twist before it happened. Also, comment below and let me know, do you think Bahumi should forgive Zwelakhe for not telling her sooner, or do you think this is the beginning of the end for them? I need to know your thoughts. As always, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss tomorrow's recap, because trust me, after that ending, you do not want to miss what happens next. Until next time, my people, stay blessed, stay dramatic, and I will see you right here, same time, tomorrow. Kwababa gang, out. End screen, subscribe animation.